On the edge of a distant galaxy lies Xylos, a world of colors Earth has long forgotten. Here, the very air shimmers with possibility, and every horizon promises a new discovery. Twin suns, gold and lavender, rise and set in a celestial dance, casting shifting shadows over crystalline grass that chimes in the breeze. The light here is never the same twice, painting the land in ever-changing hues. The sky is a deep violet, and at night stars glitter like diamonds on velvet. Constellations unknown to Earth tell stories only Xylos can remember. Rivers of glowing methane wind through spiral mountains, and the air hums with alien life. Strange calls echo from unseen creatures, and the ground pulses with energy. I am Dr. Aris Thorne, the last of my kind to witness this grandeur. My footsteps are the first and perhaps the last of humanity to walk these fields. Earth is a memory, a pale blue dot lost to time. Its oceans, forests, and creatures now exist only in our minds and in the fragile data we carried here. We came to Xylos seeking a new beginning, bringing with us the genetic echoes of Earth's lost life. Our mission was both a hope and a promise to restore what was lost. Here, we gave them a second chance, blending the DNA of Earth's most iconic animals. Lions with eagles, wolves with antelopes, elephants with chameleons. Each creature is a living mosaic, their features a breathtaking fusion of strength, grace, and adaptation. We weren't just cloning, we were creating wonders. Imagine a beast with the mane and roar of a lion, but the wings and keen eyes of an eagle, soaring above the crystalline plains, or a swift antlered predator with the cunning of a wolf and the agility of a gazelle. Our mission, to preserve life, to ensure Earth's creatures would not vanish forever. In these habitats we nurture hope for a future where life endures against all odds, and every hybrid is a testament to Earth's legacy. Now I watch and record the story of Earth's second genesis. Each observation is a chapter in a new history, written far from home as I catalogue the unique features of these hybrids: striped wings, scaled trunks, feathered paws. Every day reveals new wonders, new secrets. The creatures here surprise me with their ingenuity. A chameleon elephant shifting its colours to blend with the glowing rivers. A wolf antelope pack leaping across spiral cliffs. This is a world reborn, and I am its witness. In the silence of this alien dawn, I see the future, one shaped by hope, memory, and the endless will to survive, embodied in every extraordinary hybrid that roams these fields. The creatures of Xylos are living marvels, hybrids of Earth's past and this planet's strangeness. Lions soar on vast feathered wings, their manes shimmering gold as they hunt from the sky. Timberlurkers, wolf-like and glowing with shifting bioluminescent fur, move in silent, coordinated packs, singing to the planet's magnetic field. Humming sprites, tiny and iridescent, drink raw energy from the planet's core, flitting like living jewels. Oceanic serpents, part whale, part python, glide through methane seas, their scales reflecting twin suns. These are not mere copies. They are reimagined, enhanced, more glorious and strange than we ever dreamed. Each creature is a living poem, a monument to what was lost and what has been reborn. They are Earth's legacy, alive in a new world. At first, my work was pure science, methodically documenting hunting patterns, social structures, and the unique biologies of these extraordinary creatures. I approached each day with the mindset of an observer, determined to catalogue every detail, every behaviour, every anomaly that set these beings apart from anything known on Earth. I observed the Griffin King's breathtaking aerial acrobatics, the Timberlurker's seamless coordinated movements through the undergrowth, and the humming sprite's mesmerizing energy dances that lit up the twilight air. But soon I noticed something more, something that went beyond the data and the charts. A mother Griffin King lingered with her chicks, nudging them with unmistakable tenderness, her wings sheltering them from the wind as she watched over them with a gaze that spoke of care and devotion. Timberlurkers gathered by a glowing river, not to hunt, but to sit together, gazing at the stars as if in contemplation, sharing a silent moment of peace beneath the alien sky. I saw gestures of comfort, companionship, and even beauty. Humming sprites arranging petals in intricate circles, oceanic serpents offering shells to one another, and animal hybrids exchanging gifts in a ritual that seemed almost ceremonial. These were not just animal instincts, but something richer, more complex. There was a whisper of something deeper, a ghost of consciousness, a hint of memory, as if these creatures carried echoes of a forgotten wisdom within them. My scientific detachment faded, replaced by empathy and awe. I found myself moved by their silent stories, their unspoken connections. I realized I was witnessing more than survival. I was witnessing the persistence of something ancient, something that transcended mere instinct. I was seeing echoes of something lost, something profoundly familiar, as if these creatures remembered a world that once was and carried it forward in their hearts. The line between instinct and memory was blurring before my eyes, and in that moment I felt the boundaries between observer and observed dissolve into wonder. The sense of familiarity grew stronger, unsettling and undeniable. It was as if the landscape itself whispered echoes of a forgotten past, stirring memories I never knew I had. Griffin kings performed aerial ballets, not for dominance, but for the joy of flight, like dancers waltzing beneath a violet sky. Their wings caught the fading light, painting the air with fleeting patterns that felt both alien and achingly known. Timber lurkers carved deliberate geometric shapes into silver-barked trees, symbols reminiscent of humanity's earliest art. Each mark seemed to tell a story, a silent language bridging the gap between worlds. Meadow striders, gentle as deer, huddled together in storms, shielding their young in acts of selfless protection. Their instincts mirrored the bonds of family and care that define us. I saw community, creativity, and even grief. A timber lurker keeping vigil beside a fallen packmate, its fur dimmed in mourning. The quiet rituals of loss spoke of a depth of feeling I hadn't expected to find. These were not random behaviors. They were echoes of human emotion and culture. The creatures of Xylos moved with intention, their actions shaped by something deeper than instinct. Every day brought new displays of empathy, artistry, and sorrow. I watched as they comforted one another, played in bursts of joy, or sat in silent contemplation. I was no longer just a scientist. I had become a participant in a story much larger than myself, swept up in the wonder of discovery. I was a witness to the persistence of something deeply human. In their eyes, I glimpsed the spark of recognition, a shared thread of existence. The animals of Xylos were haunted by memories they could never have known. Their gestures and rituals seemed to reach across time, as if remembering us. In their actions, I saw the ghost of my own species. It was as if our essence had found a way to endure, woven into the fabric of this alien world. I realized our legacy was alive in them, carried forward in ways both mysterious and beautiful, a haunting familiarity that would never fade. The mystery reached its peak when I found Horus, an old griffin king, carving a symbol into a canyon wall. He was not hunting or resting, but focused, deliberate. The symbol was complex, unfamiliar at first. Then Horus did the impossible. He opened his beak and tried to speak. The sound was rough, guttural, but unmistakably a word. He tried again, clearer this time, a word from a dead earth language. He looked at the symbol, then at me, and spoke. Home! The word echoed through the canyon, a bridge across worlds. In that moment, reality shattered. This was not mimicry or instinct, it was memory, longing, and the voice of a lost world. The impossible had happened. A creature born on Xylos remembered Earth. The meaning of everything changed. That single word, home, transformed my understanding. This was not just biology, it was something deeper. The creature's behaviors, tenderness, art, grief, were echoes, fragments of consciousness encoded in their DNA. The human genes we used carried more than physical traits. They carried memories, emotions, the very soul of our species. The alien DNA unlocked these latent memories, blending instinct and experience, love, art, community, longing. These were not just ideas, but biological inheritances. The line between memory and instinct was beautifully blurred. The creatures of Xylos were living libraries, vessels of our collective past. They were not just animals, they were the last keepers of humanity's story. Our legacy endured in their every action. The truth settled on me with the weight of revelation. These creatures were not just echoes of Earth's fauna, they were echoes of us. In saving them, we had unknowingly saved ourselves, imprinting our soul onto their DNA. The Griffin King's word, the Timber Lurker's art, the Meadow Strider's protection, each was a living memory of humanity. My role changed. I became a guardian, a custodian of this living memorial. My mission now is to listen, learn, and protect the fragile memory they carry. They are the last chapter of humanity's story, still being told in their actions and art. I watch and listen, witnessing the rebirth of our spirit. These creatures are not just monuments to what we lost. They are proof that we endure. Here among alien stars, the memory of Earth lives on. Xylos is now the last bastion of the human spirit, a living library where stories are told in acts of compassion and creation. The soul of our species lives on in the hearts of these hybrid creatures. My solitude has ended. I am surrounded by the beautiful remnants of humanity. In their eyes, I see the memory of artists, poets, and parents. This is not a graveyard, but a nursery for our soul, a place for our essence to grow anew. We wove our legacy into the fabric of life itself, entrusting it to these creatures. They are the final living echo of humanity in a silent cosmos. My work continues, not as a scientist, but as a scribe of a living poem. Here on Xylos, under a violet sky, humanity's soul endures and remembers.